Okay, we've been talking for the past couple weeks about systems of equations, and today what I'm going to have you work on is applications of systems. So the first thing that you need to do when you have a word problem is read through it and pick out what the important information is. So Farmer Ben has only ducks and cows. He can't remember how many of each he has. However, he does remember he has 22 animals, and for some odd reason, they have a total of 56 legs. Assuming that each animal has all their legs intact and no more, how many ducks and cows does Ben have? So the first thing you want to do is define your two variables. There's always going to be two things we're trying to figure out. And in this case, it's how many ducks and how many cows. Okay? So I'm going to make this ducks. X is going to be equal to ducks. And Y is going to be cows. Okay? And it says... and so this is kind of nice because it's set up for you to try to get these equations set up and step by step. So it won't always be like this. It won't always be set up quite like this, but today when we start, this is how we're going to look at these. So the next piece is how many total animals does Ben have? And it says he has 22 in the problem. Okay, so what we're going to say is, well, the number of ducks and the number of cows then should be equal to 22. So we're going to put that in equation form. So ducks plus cows is equal to 22. Okay, then we need another equation because we're doing a system of equations. And so there's more information in there, and it's going to have to do with the number of legs. So how many legs does a duck have? Well, ducks have 2 legs. And how many legs does a cow have? Well, they have 4. Okay. And then it says how many total legs are there, and it tells us that in the problem, which is 56. And so our second equation is going to be 2x plus 4y equals 56. Okay, so now we're going to take these equations that we wrote, equation 1 and equation 2, and solve them for the number of ducks and the number of cows. So I'm going to write these down here. X plus y equals 22, and 2x plus 4y equals 56. Okay, well, I see this is set up and it looks like something for elimination, not substitution. So I see that this one, if I multiply this top equation by -2, that's the inverse of 2, and so I can get those x's to eliminate. So my new equation, once I multiply everything by -2, is this, and then we have 2x plus 4y equals 56. We're going to add them together, and then these eliminate, which is what we want to happen. -2y plus 4y is 2y. -44 plus 56 is 12. Then we're going to figure out what y is equal to, which is going to be the number of cows. Excuse me. But then we also need to know how many ducks there are. So we're going to plug this y equals 6, or the number of cows, back into one of the equations. And I'm going to pick the one that I think is easier here. X plus y equals 22. And I'm going to plug in 6 for y. Oops, not 6y. The y goes away. Come on. So then we subtract 6 from both sides and get that x is equal to 16. So what this tells us is there is 6 cows and 16 ducks. Okay, and we always want to when we're doing a word problem, we always want to rewrite our answer in the context of the problem. So what was it asking? Asking the number of cows and the number of ducks. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next, another problem like that. So we're going to do this one here. A group of 148 people is spending 5 days at summer camp. The cook ordered 12 pounds of food for each adult and 9 pounds of food for each child. A total of 1,410 pounds was ordered. What is the total number of adults and children in the group? So we're trying to figure out the number of adults and the number of children. So those are what our variables are going to be. So this x, I'm going to call this adults, and this is going to be children. Okay, and you could pick x to be something else and y to be something else. You could switch those, the adults and the children. As long as your equations reflect that, then you're good. And so when you're defining your variables, there's not really a correct way to do it. You just do what makes the most sense for you. Okay, so total of 148 people. That's the first sentence. So we do the number of adults plus the number of children equal 148. And then it tells us there is 12 pounds of food for each adult and 9 pounds of food for each child, and that there's a total of 1,004. I'm going to just write this. It doesn't ask this, but that's the total, okay? So all the amounts that have pounds, so if you see this has the pounds, this has pounds, and this has pounds, I know that the 12, the 9, and the 1,410 all go in the same equation because they all have the word pounds in them. So when you're not given these blanks to set up the equations and these questions that guide you, you can just think, oh, those are all related to pounds. Those should all be in the same equation. So then we have 12x, because 12 pounds of food for every adult, plus 9y, 9 pounds of food for every child, equals 1,410 pounds total. Okay, so again, I'm going to write my two equations down here and use elimination because they both are set up in a way that elimination looks like it makes the most sense. My variables are lined up. Okay, I need to multiply this equation by -9 because I'm going to eliminate the y's this time instead of the x's. It doesn't matter, you could eliminate the x's if that's better for you. That's just what I'm choosing this time. So I'm going to do -9x minus 9y equals -1,332. And then I'm going to do 12x here plus 9y and just rewrite this equation. Okay. And then I'm going to add them together. So I get 3x, and these eliminate, which is what we want to happen, equals 78. Okay, we're going to divide by 3. And x, the number of adults, and so we know there's 26 adults. I'm going to come back over here and plug it in. X plus y equals 148. Okay, so 26 plus y equals 148. So if we subtract 26 from both sides, we get y equals 122. Okay, so these are, these first two have both been elimination friendly. We're going to talk about some break-even problems, which are more substitution friendly now. So, this is number 7 in your notes. I will post the filled-in notes that have all of the problems, all 2 pages front and back, all 11 problems with all the work shown, but I want to go through a couple of these break-even ones with you as well. So, a model airplane club publishes a newsletter. It's 90 cents for printing and mailing each copy plus $600 total for research and writing. The price is $1.50 per copy. How many copies of the newsletter must the club sell to break even? So the first thing we do is we write a cost equation. We're going to start it with y equals, and the expenses are $90 for printing and mailing each copy. So that's going to be 90 cents for each copy. And X, that number, we're trying to figure out how many copies. And so that's our number of copies, plus the $600 fee for research and writing. So that's how much it costs us to do the newsletter. And then we sell each newsletter for $1.50 per copy. So again, that copy is the same variable in both equations. Okay, and then we're going to set these equal to each other, a substitution, where we're putting the two equations as one. This is the first way we talked about solving systems algebraically. Okay, then I'm just going to solve this for x. I have an equation now that only has x's in it, no more y's. So I'm going to subtract 9.90x both sides, and then I get that 0.60x equals 600. I'm going to divide both sides by 0.6, and I get x is equal to 1,000. So they have to sell 1,000 copies. To break even. Okay, we could plug that 1,000 in and figure out how much money that break-even cost is. So we would just do 1.50x, but instead of the x, we would put in 1,000. And so that means that the break-even point would be $1,500. Okay, one more break-even problem. A firm produces scientific calculators that has a fixed cost of $1,260. So if it says fixed, it means that's not going to change. It's not going to have a variable next to it. It's going to be charged one time. And a cost of $6.50 per calculator. Okay, if the company can sell calculators for $13.50 per calculator, find the break-even point. Okay, so this per, that's the one that's going to go next to the x. If you ever see the word per, that's the number that goes next to your x variable. And then we have our fixed cost. So these are how much it costs us to make the calculators. And then they sell the calculators for $13.50 per calculator. So again, we're going to set those two equations equal to each other. And then we're going to solve for x. So we get 1,260 equals 7x. Divide by 7. You get 180 is the number of calculators that need to be sold. Okay? And then we could also plug that back in. I'm going to use this equation because it's just less stuff, less terms, and plug in 180 for x. And we get 2,430, and that means they spend $2,430, and so then when they get that 2,430 back, that's when they break even, and that's 180 calculators. Okay, like I said, there is 11 problems in your notes. I would highly recommend going through and copying down all 11 problems. Your homework assignment for this is going to be pretty short. You'll go into Classroom and do that assignment that goes with the applications of linear systems problems. But I would highly recommend copying down the work or going even and trying those 11 problems first. Okay, please let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, we shall speak again tomorrow.